Today on the show, we have event news you can use, plus a throwback to Sundance 2018. That's right, we have one of the premiere shows that I had a chance to interview. It's coming out now.
Fall is when the smart movies come out.
It's true. All this and more coming at you right here, right now on Talk 365 TV. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Holly Love, and this is Trip Mitchell. And coming at you right now, we are going to be talking about Trip's top 3 places to go destination-wise.
It's
right?
easy.
This is just easy.
And I know
and
the
if you
weekend.
can tie it to an event, then perfect. Okay, go.
Monte Carlo,
Oh,
Memorial Day weekend.
something car racing.
Yes,
Ooh, what is it?
the Monte Carlo Grand Prix,
Oh,
the
of
greatest,
course.
Formula One. Monte Carlo
So
is
close.
the coolest place.
Uh-huh.
It's a small principality,
Yes.
which means that there's
Grace
a prince
Kelly.
in charge. Yeah, Grace Kelly.
I know Monte Carlo. Come on.
And they've
Beautiful
got,
Grace Kelly.
it is the coolest place. So what they do is they take super yachts. So
Mm-hmm.
you have a super camper, I've seen, and you back it in.
Totally compared to a super yacht all the time, mistaken for one.
But at Monte Carlo, they back in the super yachts. And I don't know how they do it, but it really, actually, Sylvia will know. So Sylvia will throw up on the screen how these super yacht, 150-foot, $30 million yachts all back in and
Okay.
are tied next to each other.
Then what happens?
Well, that's just for the yacht. But then the jets are out at the airport. The richest people come for the Monte Carlo Grand Prix. And it is so cool. And they show it here early in the morning on Memorial Day weekend on that Sunday. So you get up and you see the super luxury. Then they have the Indy 500. And then they have
It's
the
on
NASCAR.
the streets of Monte Carlo, isn't it?
It's on the streets of Monte Carlo. It is
that
so cool.
would be really cool if you could race in that. And
that-
you were a good enough driver and
Well,
people
no, I
believed in you.
mean, it's only Formula One drivers are the greatest drivers in the world. But it would be fun to go there once.
I think I
And
could be a
Vita's
Formula One
father and
driver.
I are anticipating. I took him to an open wheel race this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So that is number one.
Okay, number one. Number 2.
Hahnenkamm downhill in
Gesundheit.
Austria.
What?
Hahnenkamm downhill in
Oh.
Austria.
Hahnenkamm.
It's a FIS World Cup downhill. It's
Okay.
supposed to be the coolest.
Skiing.
Skiing.
Okay.
To go see that event.
Racing only, not any of the trick or anything like that.
No,
just
this is
straight up
just
racing.
a downhill race.
Got it.
Okay, and finally,
Okay.
I haven't come up with it yet.
Is this like 3, 2, 1?
No,
or
I was
1,
stalling.
2, 3.
One would be Monte Carlo, 2 is the Hahnenkamm, and then 3 I'm stalling. But I think the next Winter Olympics that's going to be at Salt Lake City.
You think it'll be at Salt Lake City?
I used to be 100% confident. I had
Would you just say Winter Olympics in general? Because you have lovingly talked about the
Winter
Winter
Olympics are the
which
best.
of course we have fond memories. I absolutely loved it when
What
it was
did you
here.
do during the 2002 Olympics?
We went up and we watched the Today Show get cut they were up at Deer Valley or one of those shows up there.
Wait. Yeah, okay. When you think of
Got up
Olympics,
super early. Well, I didn't have any tickets to events, so leave me
Why
alone.
not?
And I hate being cold. And I had to do a few things where I was like hosting. So sometimes a talent agency will hire actors to go and do event stuff. So because they're outgoing and happy
let
and
me
fun.
do the math right now. It's 2018. And your Hollywood age is 21.
Yes.
So you
29.
were 29.
So it's like 1920. I don't know. Don't do that math. Anyway, back to
Sometimes you
I
have
was
to
there
suspend
and I was
disbelief.
up at basically Deer Valley and Snowbird handing out stuff for different companies, and so I was out in the thick of it and it was really fun. But I loved the whole camaraderie. One of my favorite things was to wake up every day and just kind of see the best of our city being displayed to the world. That was really fun.
Salt Lake could not have done a better job. And I remember very specifically where I was in the 1990s down in Vegas when it was announced that Salt Lake City was going to get the Olympics. It was a Friday afternoon and I was so proud. I couldn't have been more proud. And then being over for a scuba show in Maui and getting woken up by some people saying we're at war.
Yeah, 9/11 was really a
So
scary
that 7-hour
time
difference
leading
to
into
Maui.
it. Yeah.
But how we accomplished, because at that point, my thought is the Olympics are dead.
Yeah. I think everybody thought that.
Yeah, it just
I remember that morning just going, oh my gosh, the world is falling apart, and we just invited them all here.
exact-
I thought it was going to be awful, but true Olympic spirit prevailed, and it was one of the coolest things to ever happen to our state.
So hats off to law enforcement, Vita, and she spent
Right.
she spent the 2 weeks in a room monitoring things, and from federal law enforcement, and then every law enforcement came together and they showed how you could do an Olympics. And God bless, it's an amazing thing. The Winter Olympics 4.5 years ago in Russia were, I don't know how they pulled that off. First of all, the city wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But they have so many terrorists right around there. There's
Yeah.
a tremendous amount of Arabic, Muslim people who hate Russia.
Is that where you traveled recently? Were you by there?
We
This last
were in
summer?
Eastern Europe.
Oh, okay.
But this is in southern Sochi in southern Russia.
Mm.
But they pulled that off, and that was amazing. Now,
I think it's just the Olympics. The Olympics, like, it just somehow, the goodness of all of us somehow overrides whatever's happening. It's kind of fun. All right, Trip, thank you for your top events you'd want to go to. I love it. I love all of them. I want to go to Monte Carlo. Can I go? Can I be a part of that?
yeah, you can go on my yacht. I've got
Oh, nice. You'll back it up for me?
an 18-foot bayliner. Getting it over the Atlantic is going to be tough.
We'll figure it out. And when we come back, we also have some event news you can use. We're going to be talking a little Sundance. And then we've got our dish of the day from the Rio Grande Cafe, so stick around.